Quinn knew the student was hiding his ability. He didn't need the system to know that much. The bully taunted Quinn.
Come on, what happened to your spine?
Quinn spat back a reply.
I'm not the coward hiding something behind his back.
The bully flushed in anger.
You weak piece of garbage!
He leaped at Quinn, hands raised. The bully slashed his hand out at Quinn. Quinn's increased stats allowed him to lift his arm in time to block the attack. However, the student's hand still sliced through Quinn's skin, drawing blood. Quinn cursed in pain.
HP, 8 out of 10.
The student showed his hands out in full view. The bully had a weak transformation ability. His hands turned to tiger claws, hardening his nails. Quinn knew that the nails were sharper than they looked. The pain in his arm was a testament to that. Everything became more serious for Quinn. The blood running down his arm was real. The game-like system made him take things a little too lightly. His pain reminded him that this wasn't a game. He didn't know if he would pass out if he reached 0 HP, and he had no intention of finding that out. The student charged at Quinn again with his tiger claws. As the bully swung his claw, Quinn ducked. He threw a punch into the bully's stomach. The student staggered. Quinn knew he'd taken the bully by surprise. No level 1 ability user could have thrown a punch like that. The student maneuvered around Quinn. He moved faster than he looked. His claws slashed at Quinn's unprotected back, injuring him once more.
HP, 6 out of 10.
Shut up, I know!
Quinn grabbed the bully's legs, lifting him off the ground. Before he knew what he was doing, he threw the boy against the wall. Peter looked at Quinn in astonishment. His mind raced, trying to make sense of it.
How did Quinn manage to pick him up like that? They're roughly the same size. He threw him so easily. Does he really not have an ability?
Quinn didn't stop there. He wanted to teach this bully a lesson. Otherwise, he would come back for more. Quinn needed to scare him from ever trying to mess with him or Peter again. He ran up to the bully and kicked him in the stomach with all his might. The student coughed up a little bit of blood.
First fight has been completed. 50 XP received. 70 out of 100 XP.
Peter looked pale. His voice shook when he spoke.
Is he dead?
As if on cue, the student coughed up more blood. Quinn spat on the ground. Adrenaline still ran through his body.
If he attacks you again, he's going to wish you were.
Relief washed over him once the adrenaline faded. He didn't know if he'd be punished for killing another student. This wasn't exactly covered during his tour of the academy. Fortunately, his system rewarded him with experience points without the need to kill the other student. Just as he began to calm down, another message appeared before him.
Additional quest reward. Skill unlocked. Level 1 inspect.
Excitement filled Quinn's mind. He'd finally received his first skill. Quinn hoped this would help him figure out what type of ability he had, but the name of the skill wasn't specific enough to help. Quinn wondered to himself what the skill meant.
Inspect? So maybe it tells me my opponent's weaknesses?
Quinn decided to test his new skill. He looked at Peter, still standing next to him. Quinn wondered how to activate the new skill. Nothing came to mind. However, as soon as he thought about it, the skill activated on its own. A screen appeared next to Peter, detailing information.
Name, Peter Chuck. Race, human. Ability, none. HP, 3 out of 5. Blood type, A positive.
Quinn noticed 2 more lines after the blood type, but they were blanked out. Quinn felt both shocked and pleased. The skill worked by just thinking about it. He read through the information, unhappy with the blanked out sections. He assumed it must have been the skill's low level. Once he leveled up, he'd get more information. Still, the info he received was very useful. It told Quinn what type of ability someone else had. It would be very useful in a fight. The same was true for how much health they had. However, Quinn found it very strange that blood type was included. Why would the system give him information about such a specific thing? Quinn wondered how this would ever help him in the future. Quinn then went up to the defeated bully. He still lay on the floor, groaning in pain. Quinn used his new skill on him as well.
Name, Kyle Maine. Race, human. Ability, transformation. HP, 1 out of 8. Blood type, B negative.
Once again, the last 2 lines were blanked out. Peter pulled on Quinn's sleeve.
Quinn, I think we better go before someone comes along.
Quinn ignored him. He wanted to find out as much as he could. Who knew when he would get the opportunity again? When he checked Kyle's status, Quinn learned a few new things. Information about the target's ability was not very specific. There were hundreds of different transformation abilities, but the inspect skill didn't specify. The other thing was the HP. He only needed to bring down the student's HP to 1 to win. Quinn still didn't know if 0 equaled death or not. It could also just mean the person had been knocked out. Quinn received yet another notification after inspecting Kyle.
You have received an optional quest. Drink the blood of your victim to absorb a stat point.
Quinn couldn't believe it.
What the hell? Is this thing crazy?
Even if he would gain a stat point, there was no way he was going to drink someone else's blood. Quinn felt sick to the stomach at the idea of it. When he looked to the ground, seeing Kyle's blood, he felt drawn to the red liquid. He fought against the urge.
Maybe a little bit wouldn't hurt. No, I shouldn't do it. You're going crazy, Quinn. Stop it. Quinn, we have to go.
Peter called again.
Yeah, you're right.
The two of them walked down the hallway. Peter noticed Quinn kept turning his head to look at Kyle on the floor.
He must be worried about him. Although he is a mean fighter, Quinn's a nice guy after all.
Peter thought, smiling to himself. In reality, Quinn wondered if he should go back and drink some of Kyle's blood. He wasn't sure what would happen to him if he did.
Subscribe now and start watching free episodes of the #1 fantasy show in this YouTube playlist. For the full story, click the link in the description, download the Pocket FM app, and watch all episodes of My Vampire System.